Hello Year 4s and welcome back from lunch. So if you all remember, I gave you letters to pass on to your parents last week. Yep, you did that because you're great. Basically those letters were to tell your parents about what we're going to talk about today. And what we're talking about today is bullying. So a quick hands up, who has heard of bullying or who knows what it is? Yep, a lot of hands up. Okay. Let's go into a bit more detail. First of all, basically bullying can happen in a few different forms. So I'm going to mention a few of those forms and then we'll see if you guys can expand on that by giving me some examples. Alright, let's give it a shot. So the first one we're doing for is physical bullying. Any ideas on forms of physical bullying? Just say them out loud. Pushing, kicking, hitting. Yep, beautiful. All forms of physical bullying. What about verbal bullying? There are all those, yep, name calling, teasing, insults, all very horrible and all forms of verbal bullying. What about social bullying? Any ideas? That's kind of a mix. Basically, social bullying is things like mimicking or copying someone, or if someone was to spread rumours in the playground. They're forms of social bullying. And the last one we're going to talk about is cyberbullying. Can anyone give some examples of, so comments on social media, things like, Facebook, text messages, private photos, they're all forms of cyberbullying. So cyberbullying happens through any type of technology, and it's with the aim of hurting a person or a group of people. So because of this, we need to be really careful with what we post online and the information that we share, because it's really hard to take all that information back. So can anyone tell me what you would do if you knew if someone was being cyberbullied, or if you yourself were being cyberbullied? Things like, don't join in. That's a really good one. That's great. Tell someone to stop. Tell a parent or a teacher. They're all really good ideas. One of the biggest difference between cyberbullying and those other forms of bullying we talked about is just the range. So when you think about, physical and the pushing, hitting, the verbal and the name calling, the social things in the playgrounds like mimicking, things like that, they're all happening like face to face. Cyberbullying extends that. So all of a sudden you could be sitting in your home and there's still a chance this can occur, because it doesn't just stop in the playground, and it doesn't just stop in social interactions, and that's why it's a really dangerous one, and it's really important to be careful about what you're saying to people through technology, but also about what people are saying to you. So because of that, we are going to come up with some classroom rules for using the computer. And these rules should also extend outside the classroom. So these are just rules for everyday life when you're using the computer. So there are rules for sport, we've got rules for the playground for our own safety and well-being, and now we are also going to introduce some rules for the computer. So this is just to introduce us to this topic. So basically I've started to write this list and I'd like you guys to continue it, and then we're going to put these up around the room. So I've written my rules for using the computer, and I've come up with things like keep my passwords private, don't talk to strangers, treat people the way I'd like to be treated, and I've also written a few more numbers down there because I'm going to keep coming up with them. And that's exactly what I'd like everyone else to do here. Feel free to talk about it, feel free to discuss it, and then we're going to put these all up around the room and discuss them. Alright, let's get to it, guys.